Today's date is September 8th. No. What is the date? No, what's the date?
14.
September 14th. We're coming at you with another podcast from the Underdogs on Top studio. Okay? And today's subject, we're going to emphasize one of the subjects that I question about. I'm glad for you to join me and my co-host, Chie Figure Prodigy Louis. And what my question is, for female trainers, it's extremely hard for them to be taken serious, especially when the majority of clientele are men. Okay, so I believe you have to train with a different purpose to still, because of course, men's mind is always on something else when it comes to women. And a lot of people are starting to utilize female trainers because it's something good to look at. So it's like it's hard for them to decipher between everyday looking and what you're respecting as a trainer. Okay, so for years when I started in this industry, it was extremely hard for females to get taken serious as trainers because of that narrative. Okay, in the years with the advent of more trainers and more fitness and more people being into it, it has gotten hopefully a little better. But I think when you're as a female, when you come to train and you're worried about your hair and you're worried about your makeup and you're worried about looking cute, it kind of to me it kind of sends a wrong signal. And I'm not trying to be a male chauvinist. I'm just saying I know what people look at and what they're driven by and things like that. So what I wanted to do in this subject, female trainers, is to get an opinion from a female. So I asked my co-host, Chie, what do you think about the subject?
Okay, first of all, happy Sunday. Earl, you need to get up because it is not September 8th, 14th.
Okay, 14th, fine.
But anyway. So the first, when I started 25 years ago, female trainer was not popular as much as it's now because the weight training, bodybuilding is man-dominant sport, period. So most of the people don't think at that time women know what they're doing. Well, pretty much to me, any industry, a lot of times it's the woman kind of came up later, right? It's always the man. Even though the different corporation, it's always the men know what they're doing, women don't. But, so my goal was always, I wanted to get a respect from a man and a woman. But to me, from that to now, compared to now, it's good things because now I think it's the woman, even, a woman. Because, of course, I'm a woman, I know how to, I have 3 kids, too. So we know how body change and how hard that is to, to get back to work out or to lose weight or whatever it may be. So that I understand what their body have to go through. So they are more comfortable. And also, over the years of, the male trainer, it's just the man point of view to look at the body is different than woman point of view to look at the body. So I think now it's more woman trainer is popular because they understand each other. But now more so I have male clients. I like the fact that because they respect me as pretty much how I build body or about nutrition. So the now it's like, well, of course my physiques are different. So the people look at me now like, okay, she gotta know what she's doing. That's how I actually signed up a couple of male clients because they at their gym and their personal trainer wasn't look like, the fit, or they actually more fit than their trainer. So they came point where they were looking for the next level. Who can take me to the next level? So when they met me, they were like, okay. And also, we do consultation. And within the consultation, I answer all the questions they wanted to, ask me. So pretty much, I have a lot of knowledge, experience. So they kind of trust me now to train them. And then also, now it's their bodies are changing, and woman or man, and so now I can be able to pretty much, no matter where I go, people see me, because now my physique completely changed than 25 years ago. So I get to respect more, man and a woman, and then that's really important. And also, yes, of course, I want to look cute, when I'm working out, but my focus to be more, so I got to get in. I wanted to get, my intensity up, when I'm a train, try not to have a lot of break between. So now when I go to the gym, I work out at Ratio, but also I work out at the gym as well. When I go to the other gym, people will respect me and not to come talk to me, really, because they know that I have a really short amount of time to be there. So now, the first, what you were asking me was, like, how do we present ourselves on the
Yeah,
gym or
how
something?
how do you deal with the stereotypical man's view
Right,
on
yeah.
women trainers?
Well, you used to tell me, if you are attractive, no matter who you are, we cannot control how people come at you. You know what I mean? But you can control how you respond, right? So, of course, like a personal trainer, we get really personal within, like almost a real therapist sometimes, you know what I mean, within a training session. And of course, if you are attractive, but what that person feels, little feeling towards you, and they will start it, you know, ask a question, talking differently, but you have to really respectfully, let the person know the way you stand. When you show the professionalism, when you're talking, and then people respect you, you know what I mean? But because your technique and knowledge and how you're training, if they need it, if they, okay, I cannot take her out, but how she trained me is working and I'm better, so they stick with you. You know what I mean? And now it's in a different level, because now they be like, okay, I'm not going, trying to play her like that. I'm gonna just go straight to training, and of course you know, do hard training, and sometimes if they keep on talking like acting food, then I'm gonna put more pain on them. So so they cannot play with me. But I don't have that kind of clientele. Once I draw a line, and they respect me, and so, but I had like a business function that where people come and ask me, can they have my business card? I give them my business card, and then right away they were like, well, can I take you out to the dinner? And I said, I do not go out with clients. That's not what I do. And he gave me back my business card, you know what I mean? But that's good, because that's clear what you want and then what I don't accept. You know what I mean? So, you can be pretty, you wanted to wear, the clothes and kind of, whatever you wanted to show, okay, that's fine. But understand that, of course, people will approach you that way. Now, even though you have, t-shirts and bigger baggy pants, if you are beautiful, people will ask you anyway. But what I'm saying is now it's like literally because bodybuilding is body, and you have to show our body on the stage. You have to, at the gym, you want to show the muscle or you want to see the muscle. So it's like a really thin line of the, the sex. I think as far as now, I see that a lot of social media, you just to do the RDL in front of the camera bent over. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, what else? Once you pass that, now what? Right? So if you started taking up, wearing a, bikini, then promote yourself that way, and it will escalate, because now that don't go fly because you do that all the time.
Right.
And so it is really thin line that you really have to be careful as you coming into the fitness. And of course, some people like the attention. That's why they do what they do. My motive is always, when I get in the gym, I need to build my body. You know what I mean? I need to get the best, and because I have only short amount of time. So just trying to get in, and then best training I can get within the time. So shoot, I'm going to pull my hair up in a ponytail. I can wear a t-shirt or whatever's around there, as long as I have, spandex or with the leggings. That's what I do, I mean, everybody's different, I guess. But how you want to promote yourself, that's, I think, is in the industries on the social media, period.
Right.
What you put up there and how they see you, that's how they see you. Now, I do a lot of fitness modeling photo shoot. So, of course, the fitness modeling, you will show your body. And yes, I do get messages that either you are beautiful or, a whole bunch of different kind of messages. But how I respond, and if it's too, crazy, I would block those people. And if you are really respectful, I say thank you. And then they understand that I have been doing so long, so, and I'm a 3 kids mom, and I'm not trying to, show those kind of things on my social media, but, it's to tell you how your personality is on the social media page, so you gotta really be careful.
Right. That's one thing that I say and think, and you're right. I look at social media, I see these things, and my whole point and my whole message is, one, I'm not a chauvinist. Two, if you want to be taken serious, you must present yourself serious.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with doing your hair. It's something wrong with doing your hair to entice men, to take yourself, not even just men, but just women in general. Just, it's not in front of a client is not the time to perfect and do your hair. It's not the time to wear tight clothing. And it's not to tell you don't. It's to say, if you want to be taken serious, you have to present yourself in a serious way.
It's a man too, though, now.
No, men too.
Because look at all the social media, men's are half naked.
Yeah, it's not, and they have their problems too.
Right, and so like I said, a woman look at the man's wife like, ooh, he got a nice chest, a nice ab. But then, like I said, woman is an emotional animal, the man is a physical animal.
Right.
So
I know how it is, because when we hire a male trainer, older women, what they call them, vets, they're looking at the men too, because it's a turn on.
It's funny. This is over the years of experience, a lot of time we tell male trainers that make sure, you have to be careful how you have conversation with the clients, and also how you stand.
Yeah.
The side side of the clients, not to go face to face, and when they were on the leg press or
Right.
something like that. It is. One of the male trainers said, "Man, I get harassed like I'm a turkey on a Thanksgiving." You know what I mean? And so the both way we go through it. You know what I mean? So
no matter what it is, you have to, if you present it serious, you should be taken serious. So it's just not a man talking about a female. It's men go through it too. We get it a lot. We've hired a lot of trainers in the days, and you must be very careful about how you touch, how you feel, what you say, how you present yourself. It ain't just for females. It's for anybody.
Yeah.
And there's certain rules because this is a personal business, and you have more contact, and you see these people more than their actual spouses. So it's a very, very thin line between training and touching and talking. You could say, "Hello, how you doing?" and they take that as, "Oh, he likes me." You know what I mean? It's not just women I'm talking about. It's anyone. If you're a guy as a trainer, and we've said this before, do not come to work in a freaking tank top. Showing your nipples. Don't, because you're going to have some 70-year-old lady talking about, "Oh, well, look at him. So it ain't just for female trainers.
I mean, this is a real talk. Right, because like I said, we went through so much as far as experience-wise in that way, and a lot of time we don't discuss about it, but it is there. Okay, but like I said, to me, self-respect. If you present yourself that way, and you talk that way, and the person approach you feel that way. So you really have to be careful. Like I said, this is the personal training. It is a business,
Right.
but it's and then a lot of time when we say try not to have a relationship with the clients, because if your relationship is over and you lose your clients,
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it is thin line. I say, be careful, everybody out there. You know what I mean? Probably being a trainer or train people, have a certain distance with the, as far as not the physical distance, but I mean you and the relationship you built within the client. So you always want them to look at you as a professional.
Right.
You know what I mean? Professional. So how you talk. I mean, you can crack jokes all the time, but make sure when
No
it
sexual
is,
jokes.
right, or make sure that is the line.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make sure you draw a line.
So what we're doing with this podcast is just to talk about the ins and outs that people don't understand
Truths.
about this business. I mean, we've been doing this a very long time. I've been doing it over 30 years. And to tell you, I've seen it from both sides. So the whole thing is male or female. I'm not just picking on the females. You get what you give out. If you give out, you want to be flirted with and go out with, that's what they're going to ask you. If you put out seriousness and you're a professional about your job, that you're going to get that respect in return.
I mean, what do you think? Because you are male, right? And then you train so many female clients. I mean, the most of the time personal training is 80% is female clients.
Right.
So that you haven't been training all a woman, and of course they will try you, or you look at their body differently. It's like you're like a doctor where you used to look at the body.
What I say is I've had both. I've had women, because women are not afraid to say, like a man ain't going to come up and ask you out and get rejected, not ask you out, but say something in a rude way because they don't want the rejection. Women don't give a damn. They will come to you and say anything. I've had women show up.
More aggressive.
Yeah, very. I've had women show up with no clothes on at my door.
Right.
You know, talking about, hey, I thought you liked me. Not like that.
Right.
So I've had both ends, and the only thing I can say is, like I said, this is a podcast talking about the ins and outs of not just female trainers, but, all trainers, male and female. And the advice is the same. What you put out is what you're going to get back. If you are a guy walking around in some dick-hugging shorts, you can expect to have a woman flirt with you. Or you walking around with a shirt that says 6'9". Oh, okay, they're going to say something. And we've had that.
Right.
Yeah,
this is the truth. People don't believe in that.
I get a little pass on a lot of things with having a lot of clients because they know you're my fiance.
Right, but you know what? That most of the people say they didn't even know we were
right.
a couple. You know what I mean? But this is I have an issue when they come male train female. We had a trainer that this clients wanted to lose her thigh and a hip. Or just lose weight, right? But he, as a trainer, telling her, what's wrong with you? You look fine. You should have a bigger butt and bigger butt. Now that I have an issue because the clients telling you what their goal is or what they want their physique to be. But you judging with your eye, right, than what your type is.
Right.
So pretty much he's suggesting her that, hey, he liked the big, her body, how she looks. So what's wrong with it? You don't have to do anything.
Right.
Now that's wrong. After I heard that from that clients, I was really disappointed about that trainer.
Right.
Because now the professionalism is gone. Now you put in your personal, you know what I mean? Now, like I said, everybody's body type is different. How they want to be is different. But the most important thing is that we wanted to help them get to their goal, which is however they wanted to look. I have a client that she already have a nice group, but then she wanted the bigger. I mean, that's what she wants. So that's your money. I got to give her what she want, right? If you already small, and I'm more so, okay, hey, she should build more muscle, but she just want to lose weight, and I just got to help her lose weight. I will give professional opinion, but then that's what she wanted, and that's how she came to me, and that's what I have to help her to, get to her goal. So, it's really, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
And to be professional.
And like I said before, that's the meaning of the podcast, is trying to teach people, because you have way more trainers now than we ever saw in our life. There's an etiquette to this. You don't call a glute a ass. You use it by the proper words. Certain things that you say will harm you in a different way.
Right. And then also, because of female, I can kind of slightly get away with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though when I'm train male clients, right? So I think when men said to a woman, and then if the woman not interested, now you were sexual harassment.
Right. Yeah, they say
sexual. Good-looking man.
Yeah, sexual harassment is when an ugly guy acts you out.
Right. So I think I don't, like I say, get off at a lot of, I'm professional talking to people. It's more so I'm listening what they wanted to talk about, or what they, asked me the question, and I'm answering. But we all really have to be careful, and how represent yourself, period. No matter what job you have, pretty much. You know what I mean? If you want to get a respect, you got to carry yourself as respect.
Yeah, you only get what you give out.
Yeah, so.
If you give out disrespect, you're going to get disrespected.
Right.
And so, those are just some of the things that we try to cover. Because like I said, we're not a couple that is trying to one day be training. We've been trainers a very long time, so to say that we have the experience to give great opinions is an understatement. I listen to social media a lot, and they have a lot of people that ain't never in their goddamn life done anything when it came to training, nutrition, or whatever. Unlike us, we've been doing it for a very, very long time. So, so what we do with our podcast, Underdogs on Top podcast, is to just try to give great sound advice that people can use. So whether, you believe it or not, that's not my job. My job is to be able to tell the truth and enlighten people on what's going on, so.
I mean, share with the true experience.
Right. So until next time, like I say, this is September 14th. We'll have another podcast next week. We're still going to start doing two, one on Sunday, one on Wednesday. You can still find us on YouTube under UNDER Underdogs on Top. And you can, always stay abreast of our latest podcast, which we try to do every week. So until next time, we'll come up with another subject, and hopefully, agree or disagree, you got the right to do either. So until next time, this is your man, the Sir Earl 1, checking out. Peace out.